One of your core concepts is the POM method. Can you explain how that works?
One of the most important concepts in for us at Positive Leadership is what we call POM, or Purpose, Outcomes, Methods. The reason this matters is because anything a human can do is made up of those three things. And if you can understand that, then whenever there's problems with whatever a human's trying to do, we can begin to identify where we might be off track. Maybe we didn't complete one of those three. We didn't flesh it out. And it always starts with purpose. To whatever degree possible, we should start with our why. And I have a way to talk about purpose that makes it super easy, because I know purpose can be quite overwhelming sometimes. It's two questions, and you have to answer them one at a time. You cannot answer them at the same time, so I'm only going to tell you them one at a time. So in order to arrive at purpose, the first thing we need to answer is, what is our focus? And so if it's just you, then what is it? What is my focus? What is my interest? What am I thinking about right now? What am I concerned about right now? Okay. And if it's with a group of people, you're going to want to make sure we all agree. Is our focus this? Or maybe it's more like this. Maybe you want to really lock it in and get everybody to go, no, our focus is this. Because unless you do that, you won't be able to get alignment. All right. So the first question for purpose is, what is our focus? Then after we have that locked in, the second question is, why does it matter? So that's why we want to lock in what is our focus, because otherwise we'll be answering why it matters for things that aren't the right focus. So once we get the right focus, then we could say, why does it matter? And I don't mean in a belligerent way or in a mocking way, like, oh, why does that matter? But no, in a sincere way to say, let's uncover it. Why? And here, there may be different reasons why it matters. It may be, you might have several reasons it matters to you if it's just you working on something. Or in a group of people, you may have something that matters to everybody, but for slightly different reasons. And it'd be good to know that. It'd be good to get those out. It'd be good for people to hear that for each other. I think that could lend to teamwork. And so that's the first step, locking in what is our focus and why does it matter. And then maybe we kind of wordsmith it a little bit together, our answers to those questions. And that generally gives us a really nice purpose. From there, we now can easily imagine the future. Now, once we have our purpose clarified, we could ask, what does it look like when we've fulfilled the purpose? What are the things we would see? What would be the results? And what we're looking for here is a combination of quantitative and qualitative. And it could be really, really important, or it could be really, really subtle. It is really is we want a collection of things, of outcomes that describe the fulfillment of our purpose. And that collection is what we could refer to as a vision. I don't mind that word vision. I don't use it. I use the word outcomes. But I'm okay with the word vision so long as what we mean is the collection of all the outcomes that would result from fulfilling this purpose. So we have purpose, we have outcomes, and now between the two, we have the how, or what we refer to as the methods. And methods generally describe the way we're going to spend our resources in order to produce those outcomes. And what's really important is most people, they don't start with purpose or outcomes. They usually do start with methods. If you watch carefully with groups, and I've seen it now to the point where it's the norm for people to just start, well, let's do this. And then all of a sudden, somebody said it and the rest of the people are like, all right, and contributing to it. And it's very dangerous. Because by the time people maybe step back and think about it, well, they would have spent a lot of resource, time and energy and other stuff. And then, but why was that the way it was spent? Was that the optimal way to spend it? And so the answer is almost always no, because we didn't take the time to really say, wait a minute, what is the purpose, or why? What are the outcomes we're striving for? And then how should we spend our resources to get to those outcomes? In fact, I don't know how people spend resources without knowing the outcomes. I mean, I know how they do it. They do it without thinking, but I don't know how they succeed without it.